Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Helena Ree, and if you do know, welcome back. So today is a little different video than what I've been posting. So I have two videos on my channel of kind of like chronic pain diary, so to speak. So today I kind of am doing a life update because I haven't talked about that in a few months and there was really no update. And I don't want to give an update on something that I don't know what's going on or like what the goal is to do. So I went to my primary care physician at the beginning of this year, and I was having some numbness and kind of sore, achy on my left side. So it would like go up my neck and it would come down the left side of my body, and then I wouldn't be able to use this portion of my body. And it was very gradual. So it started happening in December of 2022, and then it kind of started happening every day and then more intense, and then it got really severe where I wouldn't be able to use this side. So if I was driving, I would just drive with my right arm or my left arm, because my right arm, I could not use it. And I could use it, but it like hurt to use it. So like if I needed to use it, it was definitely there to use, but it was definitely painful to use. So I went to my primary care physician, and it takes me a long time to bring something up. I'm not going to use the word complaint, but like bring something up, because of the simple fact that I just don't like change. And with chronic pain, once you get set in what you were diagnosed with, it's kind of hard to get out of that. So my doctor is thinking that I might have muscular dystrophy maybe. So we did some labs, and it did come back that I have muscle deterioration. And so she ordered a CK test, and that's the test that determined whether you have muscle deterioration. So I had to get a brain MRI, a neck MRI, and a spinal MRI, a lower back MRI as well. So I went ahead and did that on Tuesday, March 28th. And that was a very busy day for me. I went ahead and did 2 MRIs. So they're both an hour each. And then I got my blood drawn after that, because my doctor also wanted me to do more testing. So they did 7 vials. Actually, the guy actually forgot to do a vial, so they're supposed to do 8. And so I went ahead and did that, and I did that. And then I went to go like run errands with my kids. They had doctor appointments. After the doctor appointment, we went ahead and went to my parents' house, and I will insert the vlog as well. And I was very vague on why we were going to my parents' house. So let me just finish the update with me, and then I'll go into like a life update as well. And then that will kind of like let you know what's going on with Helena Ree and the Thomases / everybody, all my siblings' last names, and what we are kind of going through right now. And not every of my siblings are going through the same thing, but this is just like what we're all going through with like my dad. So I've been in a lot of pain recently. Since I made my first video, it was kind of when I really expressed how much pain I was in. And I was very much depressed, and it wasn't like, it was so weird. I'm about to start crying because it was such a weird, it was such a weird time in my life. I wasn't going through anything like relationship, or my children weren't going through anything. My immediate family wasn't going through anything. It was just like me. Like I felt like I was in the same rotation. Like I woke up in pain, go to sleep in pain. Like felt like I was just living the same, like deja vu every day, not a break. And the pain was getting worse, and it was getting worse. And then it was like, I would never take my life. But it was just like, because I have my, kids, and I know that I'm very much loved. And I'm not saying people that take their life, they don't know that, but that's not just in the cards for me. But it was just like very depressing, dark. It felt better when I was around people, because I didn't have to think about my pain. Or when I was talking to my best friend, she really helped me through that little dark period, and my boyfriend. And it's kind of hard to explain to people that don't take medicine, or they don't have chronic pain. And me and my best friend click is because we both have a chronic illness, and we're both understanding of each other, if that makes sense. And so it was to the point where I was like taking pain medicine every single day. if not every day, I was taking it like 3 times a week, and it was just unbearable. And I took a lot of time off of work the first like 2 months of January. The first 2 months of 2023, it's like it hit me, and it hit me hard. I didn't want to breathe. My chest hurt, my organs hurt. Like when I was like, it felt like my organs had the flu. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like it would wake me up out of my sleep. My organs like felt achy, like it hurt, like, and it wasn't because I was taking too much medicine, because I actually take way under the dose of what I'm supposed to be taking. But it just like felt, even when I wasn't taking pain meds, it would like, I would wake up and I'd be like, babe, my organs, they hurt. And I couldn't go to sleep. It was such a weird feeling. It hurt, but it was like achy, like you got the flu. So that was a hard, y'all, hold on, y'all. Yeah, that was really, really, really hard. So that kind of slowed down. And I kind of stopped thinking about it. I just tried to like fill myself with different things to do. So like just finding a TV show to watch at night instead of like just thinking about stuff. I even kind of slowed down on journaling, because I would like have to refill those feelings again. And I'm very aware of my feelings, but certain, when you have to process the day and all of its pain every single day, I kind of slowed down on it. And I was still expressing myself on how I felt, but like with the pain, I was kind of staying away from that. And so I'm currently still in a lot of pain. Like right now, like my hip hurts and my right side of my body is hurting. Nowhere near what it was, but it was bad, y'all. It was really, really bad. I was really, really depressed. My kids did bring me a lot of joy. Like my man brought me joy, like my family brought me joy, but like life itself did not bring me joy. I feel like that was the time at work too. People were just rude. So it was like I was in pain, breaking my back to get to work, and then people just so rude at work, cussing you out, being just rude, belligerently rude. So I had to like learn how to compartmentalize that, because I was like be so mad when I get off work. And a lot of people, when they work at a facility, they get in their car and they drive home. That's when they can decompress. So I didn't have that option. When it's 5 o'clock, I'm mommy. So that was kind of like frustrating as well. So I had to learn how to like figure out a routine and all of that. So I feel like I have a good routine now. So now it even changed since my last routine video. I actually work out right when I get off work, and that kind of helps me get through the rest of the night. So when it's time for my kids to go to bed, I don't have to like work out. I can just take a bath and go to like eat and go to bed. So everything's the same. It's just I work out at 5 instead of 7. And I let the kids work out with me too, and then it helps them go to sleep. So that is kind of my life update and what's going on with me. I am still on my weight loss journey, and that has kind of been very interesting. So I started working out when I was 21. I never worked out before. Like I would work out for a few days and stop. So me and my best friend started working out consistently when I was like late 20s, like about to turn 21. And it just like melted off. And granted, I was going to the gym. I did not have kids. We were working out for like an hour every single day, 5 days a week. And then I would barely eat. I would only eat like 1 to 2 meals a day, if that, very small portions. And so, since I have kids and I have my kids back to back, it's harder for me to lose weight. So that's really frustrating. I did see a lot of progress. And then when I straightened my hair, I didn't work out because, I'm not spending $160 to straighten my hair and then go sweat it out next week. So I gained all of that back, and I didn't realize how much I lost until I started gaining it back. I gained it back, and I'm like, whoa. So we're on that weight loss journey again. I'm not calling it a diet. I'm calling it a lifestyle change, because it's very like sustainable. I fast. I basically kind of eat what I want, but I fast and I work out, and that's been working for me. So yeah, and if I don't want to do it, I don't do it, but I really don't give myself an option unless I'm like having a bad day. Like yesterday I didn't fast because I needed to eat, and drink fluid before my IV, so that they could get better imaging. So I did not fast yesterday, and it was going to be a very stressful day, so I decided to eat. So I had like egg bites from Starbucks and like a small chai latte, and then I drank a whole bunch of water. So I think fasting and like weight loss journey is what you make it. I really have learned to stop comparing myself to these Instagram models that have had surgery and they are not natural. And it's okay to have a BBL. It's okay to have a tummy tuck. It's okay to have all that. If that's what your heart desires, baby, get it. I'm not living your life, but that's not whom I am. We have different genetics. And so I definitely had to be more kind to myself. And I had literally 2 kids in like 2020, 2021. I had 2 kids. So my body didn't have time to heal. And so I'm just trying to get myself back on track. And then the summertime, it's going to be so much easier for me to work out because, you know, it's summer. We're going to go on walks. We're going to do woo. Like in the summertime, I step. Like I'm walking to the store, Walgreens, wherever I can go in Eagle River, I walk, except for like going like big grocery shop. But if I like want to go to the store and get like ice cream, just an example, I gotta walk. So I need to buy another double stroller because mine broke, but that's neither here nor there. So that's a life update with Helena and where I'm going. I am really excited about YouTube, and I'm really proud of the video that me and my sister created. I'm proud of all of my videos because, y'all, it's hard to get on the camera and you're not 100% confident about your weight or my you know, skin or whatever the case may be. So it's very hard to get on camera and not give a fuck and be like, excuse my language, but not care about like what people are gonna say. You might have a double chin. Well, your mother does too. So it is what it is. Okay. So at least we have that in common. So it's definitely like, you know, I'm very proud that I'm being very consistent. And y'all, it's very hard. Like I'm working a full-time job. I still am a mom, a sister, a daughter, a girlfriend. Like I'm still all of that. I still got to take care of my home and make sure everything is straight and woo. So I'm very proud of myself that I've been so consistent. And the only time I wasn't consistent is in Vlogmas, and that was because my phone was messed up. So I'm very proud of myself for that. And yeah. So for my life update outside of Helena Ree and outside of this home, so at the beginning of this year, we did get some news that my dad had an inconsistent testing. And so he needed to go back and get more testing because of that level was extremely high. And so that was in January. And I believe, let me get the correct date. Okay, y'all, so February 9th, I got a call February 9th, I called my mom, and she did explain that, she explained that my dad, you know, he went and got his testing, and that weekend prior, she did tell me that he needed to go get a test, and that he already got it, and he needed to retest, and I was like, okay, so I just happened to call her, because I was crying, because I was in pain. And if you don't know, my mom has fibromyalgia as well. And so I can vent to her and not feel like I'm over exaggerating or anything because she knows what I'm going through. So I called her and she said, Lena, let me call you back. The doctor is gonna call in 30 minutes. And my oldest sister was there, Taisha. And she was on the phone, and she said that they were going to give him the news the day prior, but he was not at home. He was at his friend's house, and so he needed to be home. And when she said that, I was just like, okay. So me and my sister started texting, and I was like, hey, tell me what's going on. And I had a gut feeling that it was just not going to be good. So within 30 minutes, my mom calls me, and my sister Taisha calls me, and she said my dad wants me to tell everybody what's going on, and you were the first person I called. And then she was going to call my older sister Kayla and my younger brother Oaji after. So she said that my dad had cancer, and he has I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but the description is cancer of the blood. And so that was on February 9th. And so so when I heard that, if you don't know, our family has history of cancer. My grandma died. My grandma died when I was younger, and y'all know my grandma was my world. Best grandma, hands down. And then, yeah, my uncle died of cancer. My dad actually had cancer when I was younger. He had prostate cancer. His twin brother had leukemia. So cancer is not something like we don't know. We've never had somebody had cancer and survive other than my dad. And then Omar's dad had the same cancer, and he's living. So, and usually when you have cancer and it's a different form, but it came back, with the vengeance, usually the survival rate isn't high. So I remember calling my boss, and I was like, I need to go to my parents. I just found out my dad has cancer and I need to be with my parents. And he was like, oh yeah, 100%, go ahead and go. His wife actually has cancer. So I went to my parents, and I broke down at home. I'm not gonna lie, I cried on the phone with Taisha, and then I cried with Omar, and my kids were like, what's wrong? And my kids were 2 and 3 at the time. I mean, they still are. So for me, trying to explain that Papa's sick, they're not gonna understand. So that was February 9th. We're now in March 29th. So it's been a long wait. And so my dad had his first appointment, I believe that was February 29th. And hold on, I can tell you all the exact. Okay, so my dad had his first appointment February 27th, and I was not unfortunately able to go, but I was on a Zoom call, so I was able to hear everything the doctor said. And she basically was saying that we need to figure out what stage he's in and what type of cancer he has and all of that. So he originally wasn't supposed to go back to the doctor until April 10th. So then the next few days he had a biopsy, and he had other few tests, x-rays and all of that, so that when he had his follow-up appointment, we kind of had everything together. So he wasn't supposed to go to April 10th, but my sister got him an earlier appointment, March 28th, which I was so happy about because I was like, oh my gosh. So that brought us to yesterday. So yesterday they did say that I'm not going to go into detail on everything. I'm just going to say one little clip of it. That the normal for this cancer is like 40%. My dad has 70% of cancer in his body. And so they did see some shadows on his skull. So the next step is going forward with what my dad decided to do. And I'm very much shooketh. I did start crying in my sleep last night. Omar woke me up and he was like, hey, what's going on? Like, you're crying. And I'm just like, bro, like this. And I'm very strong, and it didn't hit me yesterday until this morning. And I just was like, bro, this is way too much. Like, it's definitely a lot. And I can't imagine nothing. Like, I don't want to talk about that part, but it's been a lot for our family. And yeah, so I'm just like shocked, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I'm just like trying to be there for everybody. Like, I'm checking on my mom, making sure she's okay, making sure my dad's okay, trying to just focus on, we only have one life to live, so that's what our family has been going through lately. And I kind of didn't want to say anything on the vlog because we didn't know what it was, what stage it was, and all of that. And I'm not really sure if we still know what stage it is. That could be information that I'm just missing. But I'm just shocked, and I am just in awe. I tried not to think about it. I tried not to think about it prior to this appointment yesterday because I can't think of certain things that are going to stress me out that I don't know the end result of. So now that we know what's going on, we can like prepare, we can plan, we can do this, we can do that. So yeah, I'm definitely shooketh and shocked. and I'm very much, last night was crazy. I woke up, didn't want to go to work today, but I was like, Helena, just get up and go to work. You didn't go to work yesterday. I was in so much pain because I'm stressing in my sleep, not getting sleep. And so I decided to go to work today, and I had a really good work day. Very nice, very smooth, very fast paced. So yeah, y'all, that is a life update with us. I'm trying to figure out what I want to like, how I want to handle this mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and all of that. So I am just kind of like soaking it in so I can figure out a game plan. I'm the type of person, I know you guys hear the baby in the back. Let me go check on them real quick. Yeah, so I just need to find a game plan that, I'm the type of person, I just need to know like what we're gonna be doing, this, that, and this. I'm very OCD. It's very controlling of me. I feel like I'm out of control. I feel like I'm not in control, which is very like nerve-wracking for me. So I don't like that. So I need to try to feel like I am in control, even though I'm not. God is in control. So I am definitely, that is just my life update and we are on March 28th, and God just punched us in the teeth, 2023. So y'all, yeah, I'm shocked, and I'm kind of like blah, like I don't know what to do, and I'm just, one minute I'm okay, one minute I'm crying about it, one minute I'm laughing, one minute I'm crying about it. So I'm definitely like bamboozled and shooketh. But that is really just our update about my physical and my dad. And y'all, my dad, y'all, he's kind of like the dad to the community. My dad, he is a twin, and he's very much, my dad's a jokester. Like, he's very calm, chill, like he's very relaxed. It's funny because him and my mom are kind of opposites in that way. My mom is not so much, in a good way, but my dad is just a jokester. He doesn't hold grudges. Like, he just, he's just the perfect dad. Like, I can call my dad and I know he's gonna come. Like, I've never asked my dad to come and he said no. Like, even if he's sick, like, that man will come. I remember I drove into a ditch. I don't know how I did it, but I did it in the mountains in Eagle River. And he was like, okay, I'll figure out where you are, because I didn't know where we were. It was a new development, so there was no like streets. And he has a Samsung, I have an Apple, so like I couldn't even drop. I don't know, girl, it was crazy. So I had to like, I don't know how I did it, but I figured out how to do it. And he was like, okay, I'm on my way. So then a Tahoe actually pulled us out, and my dad was like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. But he was on his way. That's one thing about it, two things for certain. So he's definitely a reliable dad, and I'm very proud and very grateful that he is my dad, and he taught me a lot of things. Y'all know how to change a tire. I know how to change brakes. I know how to go fishing. I know how to go four-wheeling. I know how to do X, Y, and Z, baby. I know how to build stuff. Like, my dad just basically raised all his daughters not to depend on nobody. So I'm a very independent person, and I feel like I've tuned into that since I've become a mommy, and very independent. And I'm very proud of that. But he instilled that into us. Obviously my mom did too, but my dad was a very much contributor into that. So if you guys met my dad, actually, he came and helped me with my car. And then the next day, I believe, or the next few days, you guys seen him at the color party. And if you don't remember, go watch the clips, because that's my ditty. But yeah, y'all, that is just a life update, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.